Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show.
May the Force be with us.
May the Force be with you.
May the 4th be with you. We're celebrating Star Wars Day by celebrating Carrie Fisher and returning to a theater for Return of the Jedi. Then producer Ted is stepping into the Museum of Illusions. Will he ever get out? And Throwback Thursday. We're going shopping at classic stores. The Jason Show starts right now. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day.
You're a tiger.
Give it up for Debbie Gibson, everyone.
We do it our own way.
Yes!
I'm gonna start crying and laughing so hard.
I did not do that. And we are live from a galaxy far, far away. Hi, everybody. May the 4th be with you. Welcome to the Jason Show. Thank you, Jedis. Thank you, Sith Lords. She is a Jedi. Jedi Master Kendall Mark, everybody. Say hello to her.
Hi.
I promoted you.
I always thought I was the Padawan
I promoted you.
my whole life.
That's right. You've been a Padawan, and now
I've
you're a
graduated.
Jedi Master. That's right.
Thank
How you doing?
I'm great. Happy May the 4th. I love your mug.
This is my little BB-8 mug. One of the first things I bought, I've had this since season 1 of our show because The Force Awakens, Star Wars Episode 6, came out in 2015, right around the time our show started. So I've had this mug almost since the beginning of the show. But anyway.
It looks breakable.
It is breakable, so don't touch it.
Scary.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. Thanks. Hey, we have several special individuals in our audience. First, let's say hello to our JVIP, everybody, right there. It's Darcy.
Hi,
Darcy, sitting in the uber comfortable Becker Furniture World chair. Darcy, how's that chair?
It's nice.
Usually, engineer Brad sits in there, so I'm glad that actually someone who is supposed to be sitting in there is sitting in there today. My buddy Brad. And that's her husband right there. Nice shirt, my friend. Nice shirt. We're going to be talking. Darcy, you're from St. Paul, right?
Yes.
Well, and I hear that you are a pop culture nerd like we are here. Just a little bit?
Yeah.
Are you a Star Wars nerd?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, hello,
Yeah,
Jason.
yeah.
Look at her shirt.
Look at the shirt.
Hello, I could have taken. Well, we're glad that you're here. Sit back, relax. Speaking of engineer Brad, he'll be around a little bit later with the beverage cart. Yeah, there we go, yeah. I've always... not for us. No, just for Darcy. No, anyway. And because she's our JVIP Grand Prize winner, Darcy also gets a $150 gift card to Becker Furniture World, a $150 gift card to the Institute of Advanced Aesthetics, and like I said, Brad will be around with our Delta Airlines beverage cart a little bit later. That's right. And then, Eric, let's take a shot. Look at the audience. We have some... right there. An Imperial officer. I'm sorry. An Imperial pilot. We have a Mandalorian and an Imperial officer. Look at that right there.
That is amazing.
That is fantastic.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I want those costumes.
Two bad guys and a good guy right there. That's it. Yeah. A little bit later, as I said, I'm going to take you to Return of the Jedi. The movie's back in theaters. I'll tell you why. You're thinking, no, it's really cool. But so yesterday on the show, around this time, I told you about how relatable you get in these YouTube vortexes or TikTok, like my mom. My mom starts watching TikTok, and then 17 hours later, she's sleeping. And I got into a TikTok vortex, and I was obsessed with this woman who made grilled cheeses. And she made one
Cheeses?
She was
She made
nice.
grilled cheeses.
And it was a grilled cheese that I want to make this. So we found her. Here it is. Here is the grilled cheese I was talking about.
Oh, the cheese.
This is the grilled cheese social, crispy chili oil and honey Gouda grilled cheese. Yes. Now, so this is how she makes it. A little bit of Gouda. There's the chili oil that she puts on it. She grills it up. I noticed nothing fancy with the bread. I noticed that.
just
A little, yeah, right?
bread.
No fancy bread. I don't think you need fancy bread for a good grilled cheese. There we go. Grill it up, and then she opens this bad boy up. Now watch this. This is the secret. This is the chef's kiss. Oh, look at that. She opens that bad boy up. A little bit of honey. Right there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you. We got to get Hanson. We got to get Hanson to make that. I love a grilled cheese. I know she did but I want her to make that one. But I love a good grilled. It's simple. I love a good grilled cheese. Do you like?
Me too. We learned, you saw her just do that. We learned that from our friend Lindsay Gensel, that all the cheese, whenever you do nachos or grilled cheese, she always says buy a block and shred it. Don't buy the pre-shredded cheese because it melts better.
Yeah.
And I never knew that until I knew that.
It was one of those moments where I go, oh, that's a little life lesson.
Yeah.
Always. And I know sometimes it's easier just to buy the bag because you don't want to shred. Takes just a few minutes. It is. I put that to the test. Lindsay is absolutely right on that one.
Better that way.
Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Kendall, did you see Grogu's here? Right there's
I
little
did.
Grogu.
Hi, little Grogu.
Let's start off. Tension is cranking up. Speaking of Star Wars, ahead of Carrie Fisher's Walk of Fame ceremony that's today. It's not just Carrie's brother who got snubbed. Remember we told you about that yesterday? The update on this means it's time for...
Oh, no, she didn't.
The drama horn. That's right. So listen to this. This is what we learned yesterday. Carrie's two sisters, Jolie Fisher and Trisha Lee Fisher, have also been excluded from the guest list. And this was on purpose. This was on purpose. They put Carrie's daughter, their niece, Billie Lourd, on blast yesterday, posting this on Instagram. So Billie said, well, they kind of wrote that Billie has chosen to not include them in this epic moment. They called it deeply shocking and say Carrie would have wanted her siblings there. Carrie's star, again, will be revealed today on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Why this is a big deal is, we didn't know, I didn't know that there was this family rift. And Billie responded, and she doesn't often talk about her mom.
No.
Even in interviews, she didn't do a lot of
Very
interviews
private.
Immediately following Carrie's death. And she said, and I'm paraphrasing, but not really paraphrasing, Billie said it was intentional, they were not invited, and they know why. And alluded to the fact that Billie didn't like that the siblings seem to have benefited from Carrie's death, profited by writing books, doing interviews, and getting money, and Billie found that tacky.
Right.
Now see, I feel a little bit differently than I did yesterday. You?
Yesterday I said, I think that there's more to this than what they're saying.
Yeah.
I have to agree with the daughter. At the end of the day, if the siblings in that way to her have been capitalizing off of her mother and her grandmother's death, which were very traumatic experiences, if she feels that way and she said, hey, the Disney execs, Lucasfilms, all those people who love my mom are going to be there and I just don't want, there's no drama, I just don't want them in my life. We're done. Then be done.
Because I think we don't know
The whole thing.
Obviously, there's more to it.
Right.
We don't know why there's hurt feelings between Billie and the aunts and uncles. And Billie seemed, and if anybody would know, it would be Billie, it would be her daughter. She was incredibly close to her mom.
Right.
So I feel a little bit differently than I did yesterday. I was upset that the brother wasn't going to be there. Now, if there's a reason, you got to respect the daughter. You got to respect the daughter's choice on that one. I don't know.
And she spilled a little extra tea. He has claimed that he kind of has gotten the ball rolling on this. She, at the very end of her post, said essentially that Disney and Lucasfilms, who were involved with getting this to happen, will be there.
It wasn't the brother. It was
that's what
the
she's
Disney
saying.
company because they don't just give you those stars. You got to pay for them and you got to campaign for them. Next in the dish, Priyanka Chopra Jonas was on with Howard Stern this week. Baba Booey. Hi, Howard. She revealed a lot about herself, including how she fell in love with her husband, Nick Jonas. Listen.
So
where was the real date? Where did you guys go?
We went to watch. Well, he was smart. He told me, he's like, I have a few tickets. I'm going with my friends if you would like to come. So he disarmed me by not having the pressure of just him and I. He had 3 of his friends. I brought a friend of mine. We went to see
Tickets to what?
Beauty and the Beast at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, that's smart.
It was beautiful.
Take you somewhere. Yeah, and then like if he's bombing in the conversation, at least there's something to watch.
And I have something to watch, and I have friends to talk to. But we
Do you
spent
get all decked out for that? Did you like put on one of those hot outfits?
No, I forgot what I was wearing, but my husband remembers. He said I wore jeans and a jacket, and he asked me the next day to go to a Dodgers game. Now I don't know my baseball from my football. Just
Me too.
a little bit unaware. But I was very excited to go have alone time with him, and I felt butterflies. I woke up early, and it was just like a feeling I hadn't felt in a long time, and it just was from the uphill from there.
She also told Howard about a botched nose job that sent her into a deep depression. She talked about how she regrets that. Priyanka is promoting her new Amazon series called Citadel. Executive producer Jeff said this, and oddly, this has been a week where I haven't listened. I usually listen, I listen to Stern. I haven't listened to him. I need to catch up because A, he's been miserable in Miami, and there's nothing more funny than when Howard Stern is miserable about something. So I need to listen. He's opening up the new studios there. And number two, I don't know about a lot about Priyanka. And Jeff said that like every Howard Stern interview, you walk away a bigger fan. I want to listen to this. I actually want to know more about her.
Right, you find out that she came here when she was 12 years old. And then she lived here till she was 16, and then she moved home, and then she came back here with the modeling and just the different contracts she had with movie producers. She's very interesting.
Yeah, I want to know more about her. I wasn't a fan. It wasn't that I wasn't a fan. I didn't care much.
She's just an actor.
Now I want to listen to that interview. Thank you, Howard. I love you. Okay. Go get your little Star Wars cereal or whatever you're eating. You get some blue milk, and we'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. And just like that, we're back. Welcome back to the show. The late night shows, still in the dark. Still dark. Not in the dark. They're still dark because of the writer's strike. But once again, not late enough with Ted Johnson was new last night. That's right. We don't need the late night shows. Our producer, we do kind of, but our producer has his own late night show. That's right. And that is our late night rewind.
I didn't know if people were going to get the part about the horse. Trouble is brewing when it comes to our nation's debt. If lawmakers don't reach a deal to raise the debt ceiling, the U.S. Treasury says we will go into default. And you know what that means. Clearance sale at City Hall. I want to get one of those keys to the city. Those little things, and just take that around and be like, I got the key to the city. National test scores among 8th graders have dropped in nearly every academic area. And when I read a stat like that, I can only think of one thing. Job security! Come for me now. Come for me now. King Charles' coronation is almost here. It's a day a lot of Brits have been waiting patiently for, including this guy.
Wow. Yeah. If you're still watching, that's our buddy Ted. You can see more on Ted's social. I'm just going to acknowledge my favorite part is the Fiance laughing at him. I mean, that's, you know what I mean?
Mrs. Ted.
Mrs. Ted laughing at him. I want to keep doing this just to hear her laugh at him. Yeah. Our hot dish now continues with our insider to the stars. Please welcome from the Hollywood Raw podcast, Dax Holt, everyone. Happy Star Wars Day, Dax.
Happy Star Wars Day to you too, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Hey, speaking of that, have you been to Disneyland lately?
I have not. Sadly, I have not.
Are you a Club 33 member yet?
Sadly, no to that. Have you gone yet yourself?
No, I'm on the waiting list. I'm trying, Dax. I'm trying. If the Disney folks are watching, please. Anyway, okay. On the podcast, you had someone from the Summer House show on there.
Yeah, people love these Bravo celebrities, man. I mean, it's like every time we have a Bravo celebrity on the podcast, everyone freaks out. But we got Samantha Fair on, who is one of the newest members of Summer House. So you may not recognize the name yet unless you are a Summer House super fan. But she was big on the season. Basically, the thing that they kept making fun of her was that she talked too much. Well, she definitely didn't talk too much on our podcast. She had a great time. But we did talk. Think about the dynamics that there has to be on when you come into an established show and you are the new person. That to me, I was fascinating one to know what goes through her mind. How did she navigate through that? Was it difficult? And she said, yeah, it's not easy, especially when you've got a bunch of people that have been on a show for years and years and years. They're all famous. They've all made their mark on the show. And now you walk in and you have to suddenly be exciting, bring drama, bring, laughs, all that stuff. And she's like, it's not easy.
Dax, I have more questions about her, but was your co-host in an automobile during part of that?
Yes. So Adam, funny enough, because Adam is an active photographer in New York, the Met Gala happened this week. So we were taping this, and he was like, basically, he would see like someone and he was like, I gotta jump out and go like film someone, because a lot of his money comes from filming these big celebrities, and Met Gala is the craziest place in New York going on, so it was funny. In the middle of this interview, he goes, I gotta be right back. And he comes back, he's like, I just got Oprah.
What? Well,
yeah, he interviewed Oprah in the middle of our podcast taping. He was like, I can't not jump out of my car, get this interview with Oprah, and then I'll come back. It was hilarious.
No, I love you, but I would dump out of this interview if Oprah was walking in. You know what I mean? This segment would be over if Oprah.
Any of us would.
Yeah, exactly. What did you like her? I mean, did she come? Because on the show, she has her detractors. Did she come? Did you walk away enjoying her?
I totally enjoyed her, and what's funny is that's the number one thing that I'm getting from people that listen to the podcast. People are like, I didn't know that I would like her so much. I really enjoyed this interview. Or a lot of people going, I didn't know who she was, but after listening to this interview and getting to hear her talk, I'm now either tuning into Summer House or following her on social media, and that's the biggest compliment for us as interviewers. If we can spotlight someone and give them that time to really shine, and that people gravitate towards them, to me, I feel like we did our job.
Absolutely. I feel the same way. Have a good week, my friend. We'll see you next Thursday.
Later.
Dax Holt, everybody. You can find the Hollywood Raw podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Do you watch Summer House?
No.
I don't either.
I watched a couple of episodes because people really love it, and it just wasn't for me.
Wasn't for you?
Yeah.
I know. I like Bravo shows, obviously, but I've never.
You do?
I know, but I don't watch that one. And I have friends that like Southern Charm. I don't watch that one. I gotta,
No.
Next in the dish, Kevin Costner's tenure on the hit show Yellowstone is coming to an end.
Oh.
I know, he's not having a good week. Aaron is physically crying right now. You gonna be okay, Aaron?
Just try.
Okay. Once shooting is completed on season 5, rumor has it Kevin won't be back. According to reports, there's a lot of tension between Kevin and the guy that created the show, Taylor Sheridan. Back in February, we were hearing that Kevin wanted to shoot the entire second half of season 5 in 1 week. He just wanted to work for 1 week. Who is he, Pat Sajak? Anyway, can we do that? If Mim's watching, yeah.
Please?
Can we shoot the rest of the season in 1 week? Yeah. Oh wait, the season's almost over. Anyway, but Kevin's people shot back though, and they said that wasn't true. The news, this isn't a good week for Kevin, because we found this out days after we found out that Kevin's wife filed for divorce after 18 years of being married. So
rough.
He's not having the best week.
No. I would say probably one of the worst ones he's had in a long time.
Yeah. I just, again, trying to it's somewhere down the middle.
Right.
I hope he's not being too big of a pill because with the Yellowstone, because yeah, Kevin Costner may not need that money and can easily walk away, but the cast, you know what I mean? You can walk away because you're Kevin Costner. Hell, you could have retired after The Bodyguard, or you know, but your cast and crew can't. So if you're arguing over silly stuff, if it is silly stuff, I'm not saying it is, you can't come and finish the season? I don't know.
I don't know. I do think that once you get to that point of stardom and fame, you can just go, okay, you know what? This isn't working for me. Y'all are clearly doing just fine. Best of luck.
Okay, and I'm not a you and I are both not Yellowstone fans, but I
kill
say
an
this.
Animal.
Aaron, just scream out an answer, okay? Aaron Schwaberini, our audience coordinator. Is the Yellowstone, and I'm asking this seriously, is the Yellowstone brand now and the show bigger than Kevin Costner? Can it survive? Is it big enough where Kevin Costner doesn't need to be there?
I don't think so.
Okay, Aaron says, audience, anybody? Yeah?
The audience says yes.
Like the spin-off.
Mandalorian, what do you think? I mean, yeah? Okay. Imperial, the Mandalorian is a 2 thumbs up there, yes.
I have to find somebody very specific to fill that sort of, not him, but
Yeah.
Gonna have to do it.
Okay. Aaron said if you can't hear her, and Aaron projects, so I think I think you and I both project. Twin Cities Live microphones could pick the 2 of us up, yeah. Anyway, Darcy, do you watch Yellowstone? See, I'm with you, Darcy. You and I are the same pop culture. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
I was just called you guys not stoners. You guys aren't stoners. Okay.
Next on the dish, Jamie Foxx continues to recover from what they keep calling a medical emergency or serious medical situation. I don't know. And that means he's going to miss the news. Well, let's lead with, health. We wish him the best, but he's also business-wise going to miss the new season of his show, Beat Shazam. The new season starts filming in a couple weeks, and they have to replace him. So Nick Cannon is going to serve as the guest host. Jamie's daughter, who's also on the show, is also going to miss the season. She serves as the show's DJ. Kelly Osbourne will fill in for her. Yeah. Kelly Osbourne she does DJ gigs.
Fun.
Yeah. I don't know why I know that. I don't know. No, I think I know that for some reason. Beat Shazam. Thank you. I don't know. I think she does. I am paid to know these things. Beat Shazam going into its 6th season, and if you don't know, it's like it tests contestants on their music knowledge. I want to wish Jamie the best, but something, is it just me? Something hinky is going on. The weird announcements, the Instagram post that wasn't a picture, but it was just like 3 words. I don't want to be, I don't want to add to the drama and be tabloidy, but I just hope something more serious isn't happening and the family is shielding fans from it,
Sounds like an NHL player. Like, in the NHL, if you watch hockey, they say a lower body injury. They leave it very vague every time. That's what it sounds like. It's just like, what is this? Hockey?
Are you really making that analogy with me? Wrong audience. I didn't understand. I understood 6 words of what you just said.
I agree with you.
Maybe 5.
Okay.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
National Hockey
Think of a
League.
different analogy. Coming up, is it real?
Why, hello there.
Or is it Memorex or Ted? Producer Ted is stepping into the Museum of Illusions. Then, Return of the Jedi returns to theaters for its 40th anniversary and just in time for Star Wars Day. That and more when The Jason Show continues. Welcome back to the show. Well, there is a new attraction coming to the Mall of America that will test you mentally. It will test you physically. You may get dizzy. Just saying. It's called the Museum of Illusions. and it's an interactive experiences that promises to blow your mind. So we thought, okay, who on the staff should we send there? We sent Ted. Take a look.
Do you want to test my
loosey-goosey kind of funny show?
I can
our
kind of
thing
see
is,
that.
It's kind of awkward-ish sometimes.
Yeah.
You can feel free to make fun of Ted.
That won't be hard.
What just happened?
You just said, feel free to make fun of Ted.
And she said,
That won't be hard.
oh, welcome to the family.
I don't really have any idea what I'm going to say, but we'll get there. It'll be an illusion.
So it's going to be an illusion that you have something good to
Yeah,
say?
we'll fake it for the TV.
All right, 1, 2, 3, and...
Do you like magic? How about illusions? Welcome to the Museum of Illusions.
So that's what you're going to do? Just kind of try to hide under the camera?
Probably. It's here at the Mall of America, and it's very exciting.
The Museum of Illusions is an interactive, experiential museum attraction where our visitors will enjoy unique optical illusions along with puzzles and mind-bending dilemma games.
I'm just wondering about other people. Do you possibly have receptacles for them in the event that they get a little too dizzy?
Yes, illusion experts are strategically positioned throughout the museum to kind of guide you through the exhibit, engage you, and of course, you know, if you get sick, we're there with the receptacle.
Perfect.
Let's take a look at the color room. And the color room uses color mixed technology that's similar to what's used in television, computers, and projections. And you can see you can have a lot of fun with color mixing.
Ted, you ever seen like the intro to like a James Bond movie?
Maybe.
Like the credits, they get like dancing and stuff?
Yeah.
Can you try to do one on the wall real quick?
I gotta be the sexy, you know, leading lady.
Goldfinger, he's the man with the mind.
I'm just gonna slither over to Ted. And then Ted hits me in the head and knocks me out.
Honestly, it's not as sexy as that.
Well, hello there. Have you been there the whole time?
He's just such a creep.
Let's take a look at our new kaleidoscope exhibit. You want to check it out? Walk into the kaleidoscope. Keep going. Keep going. How does that feel?
Amazing.
I actually had a nightmare last night that looked exactly like that.
Okay.
I feel so little.
Because you are. Oh my God. If you go in there, Ted, you got to bend down. We shouldn't have any problem getting in there. Go ahead. And then. Ow. Oh, that was awesome.
Ow.
Did you hurt yourself?
Ow. Ow.
Oh, I see something really delicious here.
Might look comfortable up here, but down below, very uncomfortable.
Ow. How long could someone spend in there?
They could spend as long as they want.
What's the record?
I think the record is maybe like 6 minutes.
Oh. What kind of a prize would we get?
So if you can do it for 6 minutes, I've got a prize because we keep the prizes ready.
Let's try it.
Okay, now.
Starting. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I'm out. Holy smokes. 36 seconds.
Oh. Not a record. Not a record. So that last part, dear friends, was the Vortex room. And Ted said instantly, it feels like you're upside down. Yeah. And can I stay? Look, I have friends in public relations and media. You know where I'm going to say. In media relations, my husband was. That woman, do you remember her name? Eric? Anyway,
Eric.
If every PR person was like that, she's TV gold. That's what you do. Nothing is worse, and we don't do a lot of it on this show. Nothing is worse than the PR people that I call PR speak, where they're very formal. So welcome to the Museum of Illusion. We are open 4 to 6. Don't do that. Have fun. Have fun like she did. Whoever is her boss, you keep her forever. She's fantastic. The Museum of Illusions opens at Mall of America tomorrow. Staff stresses, my new friend there stresses, the entire experience is safe. I love that we have to say that. For details, go to moimallofamerica.com. And for our friends in Seattle, listen to this. A Museum of Illusions will be opening there soon.
Travels.
That's right. Is this permanent, though?
I don't believe. I think it's one. It is permanent? It is permanent.
Yeah, Theodore said it's permanent. So here we go.
I just signed him up. I don't,
Yeah, it's fine. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. I love her. She's fantastic. Look at that beautiful camera work by photographer Eric. Look at that. That is it's my buddy right there. Well, welcome back. As I said at the top of the broadcast, today is May the 4th. And I got a chance to celebrate Star Wars Day last night by seeing the 40th anniversary edition of Return of the Jedi. If you don't know, it was the last of the original trilogy that opened, yes, in 40th anniversary 1983, bringing that part of the story to a close.
I feel the good in you, the conflict.
There is no conflict.
You couldn't bring yourself to kill me before, and I don't believe you'll destroy me now.
You underestimate the power of the dark side. If you will not fight, then you will meet your destiny.
That is the climax of the movie. Luke versus his father, Darth Vader. One of the most iconic sequences from Return of the Jedi. I know this sounds overly simplistic and just like duh, but this was just a heck of a lot of fun to see last night for several reasons. And I couldn't wait. This is another one of those days where I'm like, I'm really glad I have a show so I can tell you about it and you can go see it. First of all, it was way busier than I thought it was going to be in that theater, which was so much fun because it's been a long time since we've been able to enjoy these movies in the theater with the big screen, with the loud music, with the loud effects. Right. And everybody that's there, if you're going to see a 40-year-old movie, you want to be there. So that adds an extra layer of joy that you're surrounded by other huge fans that are just as excited to be there. And there is just something, and I know it sounds woo-woo, but there is something just quite magical about seeing a movie like that on the big screen. And I've seen it many times, as have you. But there's a difference between seeing it in your living room, which is how a lot of you have consumed the original trilogy. I was with someone last night. I went with my buddy Quinn, who's in his mid to late 20s. He has never seen the original trilogy in theaters, none of them. So seeing it through his eyes was really cool. He was so excited, and I thought, I don't know, it was just great. Now look, there's nothing new in this edition. Unlike the 97 special editions, there's no new scenes. The print is beautiful. It's crystal clear. Again, that's part of the fun of seeing Return of the Jedi on the big screen. And so no, I just want to let you know, there's nothing new, but it is worth seeing. I looked for y'all today here locally. I didn't look in Seattle, but what I'm excited about is theaters are busy today. I looked at seat availability. It made $4 million last weekend. And I was
That's more than some new movies are
yeah,
making.
I sat there thinking Disney needs to do this more. You know, release these classic films, maybe add something new, maybe a little something at the beginning, something to entice you to come back. But those people last night didn't need anything but that movie. It was so good. So today, if you're looking for a way to celebrate Star Wars Day, book a ticket tonight. It's really good to Return of the Jedi, yeah.
I've obviously never seen them in theaters.
Yeah.
I mean, I never even saw the second trilogy in theaters because I was pretty young when it came out.
The prequels.
Right, and so I do think that it would be really cool. Even the effects, to me, even though I didn't see it originally, I still think that they're very neat.
They're good.
So
They're great
seeing
at
it on
that
the
time.
big screen would be cool.
There's a charm to it, and and it was a full circle moment for me. It was the first. I'm 48. That Star Wars movie was the first Star Wars movie that I saw in theaters. So walking into that theater, it was, and
You're
I
like
saw
a kid
it with,
again.
I saw it with my Aunt Char and Uncle Stan in LaPorte, Indiana. So it's great. Return of the Jedi. Go to Fandango or wherever you get your movie tickets. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Don't forget to get tickets to our show. Be in the studio audience. Go to eventbrite.com and search for The Jason Show. Welcome back. Earlier this week, I was talking about a discount store that, speaking of LaPorte, Indiana, that I loved as a child called Zare. Now, when I talked about that, I wasn't sure if there were any Zare stores here in Minnesota. I knew there wasn't in our other markets, but thanks to you, quickly, I found out that there were Zare stores here. Zare is actually the inspiration for today's Throwback Thursday. Roll it, Leo. So here's the deal. Today we're looking back at discount store commercials from the 80s. And, I mean, you know where we're going to start. Here's a commercial for Zare. Look.
If you think you know what Zare is all about, take another look. It's a whole new store.
I can't get over the way it's changed.
It's a lot brighter.
More cheerful.
There's so much to choose from.
Everything's so nice.
I like the change. I really do.
There's so many lovely things.
Beautiful.
Really pretty clothes.
It really is a whole new store.
Beautiful. They sure made it look a lot nicer.
Beautiful.
I love it. If you haven't seen Zare lately, you haven't seen Zare. Come on, take another look.
Get to Zare and get it all.
Okay, well, I feel like I should have a gummy or two to watch that, but yeah, I mean, my goodness. And that camera, I feel like I was with Ted in the Museum of Illusions in that.
We were.
Camera needs to calm the hell down. Anyway, that's Zare.
Did all the stores have that carpet? Because I kind of hope they did.
Yeah, Zare, see, that was the different, if I remember, and y'all help me out, Zare just looked different than like Kmart. There was, and it was a precursor to Target. It just had a slightly classier look to it.
Burgundy carpet.
Just, I don't know. If I remember correctly, I thought, oh, this is nice. I processed it that as a precocious little child. Next up, Target. Target. You got to see this commercial that's peak 80s.
Presenting the Target Color Guard. Pastel colors that command attention. Frosted denim jeans and miniskirts, all at 30% off. A rainbow selection of sweaters is also 30% off. Display the colors this Christmas. Just march into Target. Target. Come celebrate the season.
Wow. That is a whole lot of pastel in that one family.
It's beautiful.
Look at that. And youngins, if you're watching, no, families did not march like that in the 80s. I don't want youngins to think that's what we did in the 80s.
Thank you for clarifying.
I never marched with my mom and my dad. I never, my dad never talked to me. So staying with Target, the web team here at our station, this is so good. This is so good. The web team at our station discovered old archive video in our Fox 9 archive of people shopping inside a Target. This video, look at this, is from January 1986.
What?
And again, this is peak 86. I mean, look at her hair. Look at the hair on Tina.
Wow.
Look at that. There's Janice getting her, she's targeteering. Bye, Janice. Look at that register. That looks like a computer from Wonder Woman in the 70s. That is a cash register, y'all. Oh, what is she typing?
Seriously.
Are those prices?
Yes.
They had to manually type in all the prices? Oh my God, you would get carpal tunnel real quick, girl. Yeah.
We had it. When we got our Target, it was like the biggest deal ever
in Red Wing?
my hometown.
Oh,
yeah, it was after I'd graduated, and my mom was like, "We're getting a Target. Come back. Come home."
Wow, you guys didn't have a lot going on there, but that would get you to come home from college.
Walmart came, and then Menards. It was a chain reaction.
I love it. My town was no different, so I can make fun.
Yeah.
It was a big deal when we got a Walmart. It was like, oh my God, we can watch for falling prices now.
That's great.
Next up, thank you, audience, for getting that one. They're as old as I am. Next up, a store that isn't around anymore. Look.
Oh, I discovered a new store. Well, not a new store, but new to me. Montgomery Ward. New because I didn't know they carried so many brand names. Sony, Maytag, Jordache, and selection. In microwaves alone, I saw 9 different models. So I became a new Montgomery Ward customer.
Things are changing at Montgomery Ward.
First of all, I have so many questions. Alicia, why do you need 9 different microwaves? Number 2, well, variety. She needed, and look at those appliances behind her. That is
so good.
That is Kendall, look at that closely. That is an 80s kitchen right there.
That's what my kitchen looked like.
Yeah,
when we
that
moved
is the
in.
kitchen I grew up in. Finally, a store, don't know why I said it like that, a store people in the Midwest will remember. They were found in smaller cities. What were they? What was it called? Pamida. Look.
We had so much.
Son?
Yeah?
Come here. This is a lesson in finance. Now, your wise dad just bought you 3 pairs of Lee jeans at Pamida. Why?
For back to school?
Partly. Pamida's back to school sale is why. These Lee jeans only cost me $9.99 a pair.
This week at Pamida, men's Lee jeans are just $12.99 a pair. Women's $16.99. Save on boys and girls sizes too. Shop Pamida because paying less feels great.
The thing I noticed most in that commercial is even the mannequin does the Kendall pose for pictures. Yeah.
It's been working.
Pamida was eventually bought by a company called Shopko, which went out of business just a few years ago. Wah wah. Anyway, thanks for that trip down memory lane. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Love the Zare. Did you have a Pamida?
My grandma did.
Yeah. I want to know which one is in Seattle. Welcome back. Don't forget to visit our swag store. The link is on our Facebook page. It's time for the world's shortest segment. It's one of the most mocked commercials in recent memory. Now get ready for a sequel. AMC Theaters announced they're working on a follow-up to their famous Nicole Kidman ad that plays in theaters before every movie. And I saw it yesterday. The ad went viral on social media when it started, with quotes from the commercial even popping up on shirts and signs. It was even mocked on SNL. The CEO of AMC says the ad is written. Now they just need to wait for Nicole to have some time to shoot the new commercial. I love it. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. I think it's great. Welcome back. We want to say thank you. We want to say thank you to Darcy, our JVIP, and her husband, Randy. Darcy, sadly, you do not get to take home the beautiful Becker Furniture World chair. I'm very sorry. We love Becker. Welcome back. It is now time for the surprise goodbye. I actually know what today's surprise goodbye is going to be because the surprise is a surprise for one of our Jason Show family members. Photographer Eric is celebrating today 8 years here at the Jason Show and at Fox 9. Today is his 8-year anniversary, and I just want to quickly say in 10 seconds, I don't joke when I say I would never do this show without him. He's the best in the business. He produces and shoots some of the most beautiful packages in this market. And speaking of beautiful, we're going to end today's show with a beautiful photograph of Eric in his natural state.
Yay!
This is a high school photo of Eric. We're just going to leave this up there. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just told this was last week.
Oh.
This was last week. So we're just going to leave this up. We're going to end the show with that. We love you, Eric. Tomorrow, Stephanie Hansen is back. Bye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Go out there and be yourself.